Welcome back to Steve Robb Reviews. Today I'm going to review a Bernzomatic product, a propane torch extension hose. And the reason why I bought this was because, well, your regular propane tank, if you're using for soldering joints or soldering a fitting or actually heating anything up, propane tank can be very limited on how you can use it, and it's very bulky. So I'm going to show you the reason why I bought this hose, and this hose was like $25, and I think it's just fantastic because I have been so frustrated trying to work on projects. Well, I'm going to show you why a propane tank that you have a nozzle on the end there for soldering, well, it's actually no good. So let's take a look and see the reason why I bought the hose, and then I'll show you all about the hose. Okay, right here, I hope you can see this. I hope you can see the flame. Here is your regular propane torch. Now this one here has an electric start on it. And it doesn't matter what kind of torch head you actually have. Well, I'm going to show you what happens when you try and solder a joint. Well, it's good if you're holding it, you know, perfectly straight up and down. But if you start to go around an object, you hear that now? And of course, as you get to a certain level, about this much, or try to go upside down, the torch will actually shut off. So it's not such a great idea, especially for me. Sometimes I'm underneath a vehicle, and you know, you get to this position about here, and you know it's going to start to go out on you, right? Well, you'd like to be up like this, but you really can't get the access, the room in there. So we go with a hose. I'm going to show you the product right here. You guys let me know what you think. I'm going to start it up and show you how it works. Well, here are some of the torches that I do have. This one right here, yeah, it's a small little torch with a small little flame, and it works great, but you're not going to get a lot of heat out of that. This one here, it's also electric start, and it's only good for soldering. And this one here, you can see how easy we did to tip this over as well. And it's pretty big, right? So I like to use these tanks here. Now I have some of these old ones left over, but I won't buy this style anymore. This one here is the one that I really like to use. And this is the unit right here. I'll just show you the part number there and everything. This was 25 bucks. And all I did was take an old-fashioned, and I have a couple of these around, and usually you see them on top of a tank like this or a tank like this. I just attached it right to the hose. So before I demonstrate that, I just want to show you, like, I use a torch many times, you know, to solder in a connection, not only crimp it. So, you know, when you get into a big connection like this, you know, with a huge battery cable, well, you're going to need lots of heat, right? So this is where a hose really comes in terrific. So let's just demonstrate that right now. Okay, so here's the torch right here, and of course you can adjust your flame at the end if you want. You can make it larger, you know, or a smaller flame. And look how compact and nice this is. And this is, I believe it's 59 inches in length. And I mean, take a look at that. Now, can you see how you can actually fit that in all kinds of different places? Now, this is not going to get hot on your hands or anything here. And regularly, what would you have? A big propane bottle hanging off the end of it here. Now, is that sweet or what? I mean, for me, I think this is a huge upgrade and something that I will use in the first time that I need to actually do some work, because I am going to make like a small little, just a rest, and you know, many times all I'm going to use is my TIG welding magnet. You got one of them TIG welding magnets you put down and you can just rest your torch on. Well, that's what I'm going to use just to, when I'm working here at my bench. And this is just a terrific idea. So I'm going to show you one more thing about this that I thought was kind of odd, but you know what? It makes sense to me. Well, this is one of the best features of this extension hose, is it comes with a little hook that hooks onto the bottle first before you crank down your hose. And you know, you can just hang this, you know, off your hook, off your, like I got it hanging off my jacket here. You could hang it, you know, from the rafter. And with this kind of bottle, well, it doesn't tip over so easy, does it? I just want to show you one more thing about any propane torch. And that is, if we take a look right in the end there, you take a look in there, you can see all the little holes. Well, every once in a while, I just get my welding tip cleaners and clean out the holes. If you don't do that, you would be surprised how many times you will see them holes will get plugged over time. And this is just very easy to do. So what do I think about this unit? Well, I'll tell you something. For 25 bucks, I should have bought this years ago for the amount of frustration that I've had. And, you know, I don't know if you guys know about this product, but I think it's terrific. And yeah, it's a 59-inch hose on there. And I think it's just an awesome product. I would highly recommend it. And for you that are thinking about, you know, using any type of propane, or you can attach any type of head on it. You don't have to attach this type of head. There's all kinds of different, you know, piezoelectric starts and everything else. I mean, I just like the old-fashioned type like this. I started up with my clicker, very easy. You know, these are very simple. You know, they make a spark and it lights, and I like simple, right? Okay, so thanks for joining me here today. If you haven't seen this channel before, you're welcome to subscribe. And in the future, well, you will see more reviews of terrific products like this. Cheers.